Sometimes, all it takes is one sincere sentence to change your relationship with Allah. In a world full of worries about money, stability, and the future, our hearts quietly search for peace. Islam teaches us that provision is not chased, it is asked for. Today, you will hear one of the shortest yet most powerful du'as for rizq, a reminder that true provision comes only from Allah. Listen with your heart and let these words reconnect you to complete trust in Him. Many people think that a dua must be long and detailed to be accepted, but in reality, sincerity matters more than length. A short dua, when spoken from the heart, can carry immense power. Allah looks at the truthfulness of the heart, not the number of words on the tongue. Even a single sentence, if filled with humility and dependence on Allah, can reach the heavens. Short du'as are easy to remember and can be repeated throughout the day, making the heart constantly connected to Allah. They fit naturally into daily life, whether during work, travel, or moments of silence. This constant remembrance builds trust and strengthens faith. The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ encouraged simplicity and consistency in worship. When a believer turns to Allah with honest need, even a few words can become a means of mercy, relief, and blessings. A sincere heart can make a short dua more powerful than a long one spoken without presence. The one-line dua for rizq carries a depth of meaning that touches every part of a believer's life. In a single sentence, it combines a request for lawful provision with a plea for independence from everything other than Allah. This shows a balanced approach to seeking sustenance, where purity and dignity are valued over abundance. By asking Allah to suffice us with what is halal, the dua reflects a desire for blessings that bring peace rather than regret. It also acknowledges that true richness comes from Allah's favor, not from people or possessions. This mindset protects the heart from greed, anxiety, and constant comparison with others. Such a short dua teaches reliance on Allah alone and reminds us that He controls every door of provision. When understood deeply, this single line becomes a complete philosophy of life, shaping how a believer earns, spends, and places trust in Allah's wisdom and mercy. Asking Allah for halal provision is a sign of a pure heart that seeks blessings rather than temporary gain. Halal rizq brings calmness to the soul, clarity to the mind, and acceptance to worship. When a person earns and consumes what is lawful, their prayers carry more weight, and their connection with Allah becomes stronger. This request reflects a desire to live within the boundaries set by Allah, even when unlawful paths may appear easier. At the same time, seeking protection from haram shows awareness of human weakness. Temptations, shortcuts, and pressures exist in every era, and without Allah's help, it is easy to slip. By asking Allah to keep us away from haram, we admit our dependence on His guidance and strength. This part of the dua trains the believer to choose obedience over desire and integrity over ease, trusting that Allah replaces what is left for His sake with something far better and more lasting. Many people limit the meaning of rizq to wealth, but in Islam, rizq is far more comprehensive. It includes physical well-being, emotional stability, supportive relationships, and a heart that feels content with what Allah has written. A person may have little wealth, yet live with deep satisfaction, while another may have abundance and still feel empty. This shows that true provision is not measured only by numbers. Rizq also appears in unseen forms, such as protection from harm, guidance at the right moment, and ease during difficult times. Even a calm mind after hardship is a form of provision. from Allah. These blessings often go unnoticed, yet they shape a person's quality of life more than material wealth. When a believer understands rizq in this broader sense, their perspective changes. Gratitude increases, complaints decrease, and reliance on Allah deepens. This awareness allows the heart to recognize Allah's generosity in every situation, whether in ease or trial. Trusting Allah as our Razak means believing that every form of provision is already written and perfectly measured. No effort, plan, or person can increase or decrease what Allah has decreed. This belief frees the heart from constant worry and fear about the future. A believer works hard, but remains calm, knowing that results are in the hands of Allah alone. When trust in our Razak becomes strong, jealousy and comparison fade away. Seeing others receive does not create bitterness, because the heart knows that Allah's distribution is based on wisdom, not favoritism. What reaches someone else was never meant for you, and what is meant for you will never miss you. This level of trust builds inner peace during uncertainty and patience during delay. Even when doors seem closed, the believer remains hopeful, confident that Allah opens paths at the right moment. Relying on Ar-Razak transforms anxiety into acceptance and struggle into quiet strength rooted in faith. Yaqeen, patience, and gratitude are three qualities that shape how a believer experiences dua. Yaqeen is not just belief, but inner certainty that Allah hears every whisper and responds in the best way. This certainty keeps the heart steady, even when answers are not immediate. A dua made with yaqeen carries hope, not doubt, and strengthens the bond between the servant and Allah. Patience teaches the soul to wait without frustration. Allah's timing is perfect, and delay does not mean rejection. Through patience, a believer learns humility and trust, understanding that unseen wisdom is at work behind every moment of waiting. Gratitude completes this spiritual balance. Thankfulness for what already exists opens the heart to recognize Allah's mercy in small details. A grateful heart remains soft and content, preventing desperation and complaint. When yaqeen, patience, and gratitude come together, dua becomes an act of worship that nurtures peace, resilience, and lasting faith. Turning a dua into a daily habit gives it a special place in a believer's life. Consistency shows sincerity, because returning to Allah every day reflects genuine dependence, not momentary need. When a person repeats the same supplication regularly, it becomes part of their routine, shaping thoughts and intentions from within. A daily dua also keeps the heart aware of Allah throughout the day. It acts as a reminder that every effort, decision, and plan is connected to divine help. This awareness influences choices, encouraging mindfulness and self-control in both actions and desires. Over time, repetition strengthens focus and presence during supplication. The words are no longer spoken casually, they are felt deeply. This habit softens the heart, increases humility, and builds spiritual discipline. Even on difficult days, returning to the same dua brings comfort and stability. Making dua a daily practice transforms it from a request into a constant relationship with Allah, rooted in trust and devotion. Remember, even the shortest dua, when spoken with sincerity, can open doors of blessings in your life. Trust Allah, remain patient, and keep your heart grateful, for He is our Razak, the best provider. May Allah fill your life with abundant halal rizq, peace, and contentment. If this reminder touched your heart, share it with others and subscribe to Graceful Deen for more. Comment below with, Ya Allah, bless me with your provision to make this dua your own.